Darren Mayer with Park Industries. Today we're in Chantilly, Virginia, just outside of Washington, D.C. We're lucky enough to be on site at Richstone Surfaces, where they're going to be having a grand opening in a couple weeks. They've given us a sneak peek to see what's going on. Let's go meet the owners, Stephen and Sophia. Hey, Stephen, Sophia.
Hey, Darren, how are you?
Great, thanks for inviting us in. The place looks amazing. You guys have been very busy. So obviously you guys didn't start here. Can you tell us a little bit about the story of how Richstone came to be this?
Absolutely. Well, Sophia's better to handle that story, so let's go on up. We can talk in the conference room.
Great.
And get a little bit more comfortable. As you see, we're still putting a lot of stuff together.
Yeah, let's come on up.
So Sophia, you're telling me that your father started the company. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
The company was founded in 2007 by my parents, Ablukim and Patil Dolan. Both my parents came from China. They were political refugees. When they initially came here, they didn't have any money. When they found out that there's an opportunity to open up a fabrication shop, they jumped in, and part of the reason is because my dad was a geologist professor. But unfortunately, in 2008, there was a recession. So both of my parents had to involve my sister and I to be part of the company. Both of us were commuting to school at the same time we were working full times. By 2011, we moved into a new facility. That's when my dad wanted to slowly retire. And he said, in a few years, it would be great for you to take over. And so after finishing school, I pretty much took over the company. When we initially opened up our company, we bought a bridge saw. It kept breaking down a couple times a week, and then almost like every other day. We basically said, hey, we have to get a new machine that's reliable, and also, of course, American made, because that's very important for my dad. Even though he's an immigrant, he's hardcore American. So when he found out that Park Industry is fully American made and American sourced, and he loved the fact that the customer service is also here, he was sold. So we didn't even have to reach out to a salesperson. He just literally picked up the phone and he said, hey, I want to order your Yukon 2.
I joined Richstone in 2018. I came from the software as a service world prior. I thought I worked hard in my previous job, but the stone fabrication business is a whole nother story, right? It is literally, you have to be a geologist to know every single stone, like her father. You gotta be good with your hands. You gotta be mentally strong.
In 2020, we actually bought our first plot of land for Richstone.
It's just been rapid growth from probably 5,000 square feet at our old facility to about 25,000 square feet here. It's been a journey, but we're still just at the beginning. In that time period, I had to research what equipment that I was going to be looking for. We knew we wanted to do American made best we could. We had the experience from the Park Yukon 2 of the customer service and the reliability. And then we just got lucky that the Javelin that you'll see out there was ready in time for when we needed it.
Part of the reason we wanted to get Javelin is because we wanted to attract bigger clients, right? Bigger accounts. Those clients demand more automated system.
The Javelin enables us to basically take on any project with confidence that we can do it quickly and cost effectively to produce a high quality result and end product. And to get to the technical desires of mitered radius, inlay stone, using like water jet and a miter.
So many features to do so many different things, unique things. We loved it. I want to push the limits as much as possible because I did a lot of the cookie cutters with my dad. I said, you know what, let's just do everything that what we see on Instagram and let's just put this Javelin on test, see what we can do with it. And every single time, you know, it came through, didn't fail us. The fact that everything came out so beautifully, like I'm gonna be confidently telling all my clients, like, give us any design. Like, give me the most riskiest design that's out there, I'll do it.
The reason why we would advise Javelin to anyone looking to upgrade from a bridge saw or manual is that it's going to just completely increase your efficiency and speed. We chose the dual table because there's so many jobs now that are 2-slab jobs. We've even loaded, 2-3 remnants on the table at a time and combined programming. So it's a very huge format table. It's open on 3 sides, so it works in a lot of configurations because we actually pull slabs to each table from different directions. We felt comfortable with it cutting porcelain, quartzite, exotic natural stones and marbles at the same time as your bread and butter quartz.
I also want to add that our shop manager did porcelain slabs. It would take him literally all day to cut that with a bridge saw. And when we moved to our new location and with Javelin, he was shocked. He said, "This would take me 8 hours. The machine was able to do it under 30 minutes."
He was blown away.
Yeah.
And the water jet, there's something to be said about just how much material you can save. The fact that the Javelin can enable us to do all of the jobs we want to do. Can it do this? Yes. Can it do that? Yes. So
Yeah, it felt like it was almost like a universal, right? Universal type of
Swiss Army knife.
Yes, there you go. That type of a machine. You could literally do anything. So we just loved it.
The accuracy of the Javelin is hugely important too. This has a way for auto calibration of the blades you put on to switch it out, or just whenever you need to reassess the kerf of that blade, checking for the thickness variations of the stone. Miters were hugely important because it seems like everyone either wants eased edge or they want a mitered laminated edge. Doing those miters well is, what's going to keep that customer coming back to you versus looking elsewhere for the fabricator next door. The Fastback, especially with the slab backer, enabled us to polish any straight run. I wish we got it sooner. We had a number of multi-family jobs that if we had known about just, hey, we can give them a sample of the chamfered edge, we would have saved so much hand polisher time. The fact that we can put huge islands on there safely as well, it saves some guys so much time from having to spend, hours finishing a couple pieces. The vein matching, we have a very skilled artisan who could just see stone in a different way and have all the Tetris pieces fit together, do the measure tape and get the veins pretty good. But doing that at scale for multiple projects, there's just such a time limitation that the Pathfinder and Slabsmith has allowed us to have all of that pre-planning work and design work done in the sales office. It's also shifting to doing the layout and the design approvals and all that stuff ahead of time. We had one guy doing sink cutouts all day long by hand. When we told him we're getting a machine that does the sink cutouts, he's going to be thinking, do I need to start looking for a job? Right? And we found a way to transition him to all of the other things he was great at. He can polish, he can laminate, help load tables. There's a million other jobs to help keeping an efficient, clean shop running. So maintaining our employees was important, but not having to hire a bunch more. Park is there as a partner to help you with that transition.
Till this day, we haven't had to shut down the shop, which is amazing because this is something my father and I, we always talk about and joke about and say, hey, you remember the hard days that we went through?
The equipment is one big part of it, but it's also the partnership of the help and support that Park can provide from the expertise that you've had for now over 70 years. You can't go wrong with Park. It was always a safe bet. Whenever there's an issue, customer service, being there 24/7 to pick up the phone with experienced people to get to the bottom of an issue quickly.
Well, thank you, Stephen and Sophia, for the time. You have a beautiful facility. I'm sure you're excited to be finally open.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.